up, guys? Since last time we were working on the box truck, I didn't do much to the box truck. I've been kind of dealing with my own stuff. But since then, the only thing I've done is put my lock in. As you can see, right now it's currently locked, and I have my handle here, and this is actually keyed to my ignition key, so I can now unlock it this way with my key, and I can unlock it and unlock it that way, and just stick my key back in there and lock it again. So it actually took a couple days or maybe 2 weekends to put that together. I made a little housing for the nut for the handle. But other than that, I just kind of been busy at home with the wife and the kids, and putting their, just addressing all of that home stuff. But I'm getting ready to get back on this. There's a couple things that I want to tackle right off the bat, which is, just start doing the plumbing and wiring. But I'll show you a little bit of how I put these how I put this lock together. And I know it's gonna start raining pretty soon. I know we've had like 2 rains so far, but I gotta grease up these hinges. There's little grease inlets, so I need to grease them up, or at least squirt some oil on them, keep water from rusting these things shut. But that's something I have to do sooner than later. Oh man, I forgot to put these panels back up. I had to take these panels off to do the cables. So what I did is I used bicycle cables. I can see there's some oh shit, did I just step on shit? I just stepped on shit. Damn it. Can't believe I just stepped on shit. So I had to take these panels off, which I should have put them back on so that they don't bend or warp, but whatever. So this is what I did. I pretty much got the bike cable or bike housing, and this little I think it's 1/16 thick cable from Home Depot. Let me see if I have any cable laying around here. Here's the cable from Home Depot. This is like a 1/16, I believe, something like that. In fact, here it is. Yep, 1/16, and I used the ferrule and the stop set for that, which is, I used this one anyways. And here's the brake, the bicycle brake housing. This is a very particular housing. It's just not plastic tubing. As you can see inside, there's a metal insert, and it's just twirled all the way around, and the reason that is so that it can flex. It's not a solid tube. As you can tell, it kind of flexes. So when you bend this, it kind of flexes, but it always kind of wants to return to its original form. So I used the cable, and I used some little crimper. So pretty much, and then I got this little elbow here, all this housing and this little elbow here. I got that on eBay. This thing was pretty long. It was like I don't know, about 10 feet or something, and then these came in a set of 2, so I got 1 on each side. So pretty much what I did is I just pretty much looped it. I kind of left this thing on, but I don't need this red thing on, but I kind of just looped it and then crimped it in a loop there. So when I pull the handle down there, it retracts this way. So this is, you know, it's pulled all the way down through a hole down in this little, you know, there was already a hole there, as you can see. Let's get this rock out the way. Well, anyways, as you can see, it's kind of little gaps there, so I just kind of stuck it in there, and I guess eventually I'll have to come back and, you know, caulk that or something, but just kind of shoved it in there. Same thing here. You know, like I said, I just kind of looped it around, crimped it that way, and, you know, used this little elbow 90-degree angle there, drilled a hole right there, and just kind of put it down that way. Show you behind the handle in just a little bit, but that's how that's going on. Since then, this truck was actually packed not too long ago. I had a bunch of stuff that I went down to the flea market and, you know, just packed this thing with a bunch of stuff that I had to get rid of. So I've been putting this truck to use, you know, just using it, moving stuff around with it. Just been really busy. But since working here at the farm, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there is just so many flies here. It's just become it's unbearable to even work here anymore because there's just so many flies. As you can tell, they've added another horse stall. They've added 2 more horses here, and that's a bunch of manure over there, and it's just become very unbearable to just work here. This whole inside of this whole thing was just covered in just flies, you know, so it's just become very unbearable, so unbearable that I literally tried to smoke these flies out. You know, I literally just, you know, did a little fire in here and just try to smoke them out. Anyways, like I said, it's just been very unbearable to work here at the farm. So I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna have to find somewhere else to work because it's unbearable. I can't, you know, it's with these flies. It's crazy. You know, like I said, they've added another horse. This is you know, I think there's 2 more horses in there, which these are beautiful horses. I love them. You know, they're very friendly horses, and but hey, buddy, quiet, Sophie. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey. Hey. So these are beautiful horses. But I think there's one back here and there's another one somewhere. But they've added another stall here. And these flies are just unbearable. I don't know, maybe it is starting to get a little bit colder, so maybe the flies will dissipate. I don't know, I don't think they can survive in really cold weather, so I don't know, I'll try back in a little while once it gets a little bit colder. You know, it is November, we're in November now, so, but as you can tell, it's just nice sunny day today. It's kind of warm, in fact. It was colder earlier, and I have a cold, so that's why I'm all bundled up. But that's the latest. You know, I mean, I haven't really been doing a whole lot with the truck, only because I've been just really busy with you know, family and kids, and you know, I only have time to work on this on the weekends. But I am gonna jump on this again pretty soon, because snowboarding season is getting ready to kick off pretty soon up you know, 4 hours from here, which is South Lake Tahoe. and I always go down there. Whenever I go down there, I go for do like a 3 or 4 day weekend, and I camp out there. So this is ideal for me and my son, my oldest son, he's only like 4 years old right now. So I'm really excited to go up there, go camping with him up there in the snow, and just teach him how to snowboard. So I really want to get this at least going to where we can, I got this to lock now. I got to figure out what this moisture thing is about. But then again, they're only boards. It's not, like we can see right here what's going on. That's open there. So this is, it's open here, and it's not. This is not finished because I had to take a break from just working on this door, because this door was also very time consuming. But now that I see it, and considering that I want to take it up to the snow, I better finish this door now. The plan was to put a layer of fiberglass. So I was going to fiberglass the whole face of it, and the reason I didn't do that right away is because I was planning to convert one of these panels into a door, which I don't know, I might not do that anymore. It's just beyond me. So it kind of, it's, all of these, every time I do something, I have another idea, another bigger and greater idea, but I think I just need to focus, just get this door done, fiberglass it, and make it completely waterproof, because it's not completed. The only reason I painted this is just for the inspection that we did that did not pass. You guys can go back and look at that video. You see how that went, but with the DMV. But I tried to make the door look decent, but it's by no means it's not finished. You got little gaps and holes and crevices everywhere. There's this hole here, which I am planning to kind of leave this open. I'm not sure because it does serve as a kind of little drain here, because anything that falls on the face of this kind of goes in towards the center, that both directions, kind of just ends up dripping down this way. But that's the latest. Pretty much what I did down here, it's when you pull it kind of turns this way. And what happens, it pulls and I did the same, I fastened the cables, I ran the cables this way and that way. They're just hanging there. What I still need to do is kind of zip tie them up to something so that they don't kind of hang there. So they go in this way, and when I pull it, this thing retracts and it opens up both of the latches up above. So that's pretty much it. That's how I put this together, and as you can see, putting this together, the housing, I did it with my nephew when he came out and hung out with me for a little while. You doing? That's my nephew Mario. I just worked on this bracket here that I'm putting in. So I got it all framed up. I got this put this little plate on the back to have so I can service the handle for whatever reason, maybe like that. put that together. But that's pretty much where I'm at right now. So I think I should just fiberglass this door and just seal it. It's got to be completely sealed, and I hate having to go back to this door again, but these water stains on the inside, and that water is just coming from down here, so I need to just seal this door, fiberglass it, and get this door done. I'm not gonna do that door anymore, although maybe in the future I'll come back to that. Some of the things that I actually been considering regarding the use of the box truck is, I originally had planned for using it as a stealth camping, using it for like urban camping or whatever, but the more I research on it and the more I think about it, there's just so many regulations that are working against you on that. As far as parking, you can't really park this vehicle on public streets. You can't, there's just so many things against that. So I'm not sure if I want to. I don't think I'm gonna keep it stealth anymore, so I don't think I'm going to go with that direction anymore. So I am going to install windows. I'm going to install probably a door. The door that I have, I'm probably going to install it here, so I can have access to the back. And also, as you guys, I don't know if you guys know, but I do work a lot with fiberglass. I love working with fiberglass and stuff. It's amazing. You can pretty much just build pretty much anything with it. So what I am planning to do is potentially do a what do you call it, the bed that goes over the cab. So I'm going to build that and just attach it to that, and just make it a full-blown RV, and maybe, and also probably build a skirt down below out of fiberglass, just to kind of hide some of the components that I'm going to build underneath this section here, which is going to be compartments for the generator, water tanks, and I don't know, storage or whatever. So I'm going to build that underneath it. As of right now, since I've been driving it, I seem to have a problem with the drive line. The drive line and the U-joints, potentially the differential. The thing is just when I drive it, it just makes a loud whining sound. And most likely it has to do with the differential or the U-joints. So I'm going to have to replace those U-joints. I don't know if I should do it myself or just take it straight to a driveline shop, because when it comes to driveline, that stuff is very precise and technical. It's got to be perfectly balanced. So if I screw that up, it's I'll probably make it a whole lot worse. So that's another thing that I have to tackle. Just work. Fix the U-joints, the drive line. I don't know. Maybe the drive line's okay. It most likely has to do with the U-joints and the differential. That's where I'm at, guys. So the other thing, I don't know if you guys noticed this thing is pushed in that way. It looks like somebody just kind of backed into it, or whoever owned the truck before backed into it. This thing smashed it. Only reason I haven't fixed this yet is because I'm gonna have to reroute it to exhaust on the other side, on the driver's side of the truck, because if you will notice, all motorhomes don't exhaust on the passenger side, because usually the motorhomes are, you have windows and you have an entrance here, and all the functions happen. If you're setting up your camping stuff in front of your motorhome, usually it's on the passenger side, and that's usually has to be located on the driver's side. So the only reason I haven't fixed it, so that's another thing that I will have to fix, is that. And since I'm not doing the stealth thing anymore, I'm just gonna paint it black. I like black, so I'm just gonna paint the whole thing black. Maybe put some accents in it, or I don't know, who knows. But I do like black, so I'm gonna do black. It's gonna have windows, a cab over the cab bed. I don't know what it's called. You know, the little thing that goes in the front. So those are the plans for it. It is gonna take some time. It's gonna take a long time. You know, that's, you know, who knows. I honestly didn't know what to expect as far as time frame, but you know, it's something that I do enjoy doing. So I do need to get back on it. Like I said, I've been having you know, I have a 4-year-old and I have a 2-year-old, and you know, they've been requiring a lot of my attention these past couple weekends. So you know, I just have to kind of figure out how to work with them and also work with the truck, because you know, it is just sitting here and I want to get it done, get it going. And I do want to get up to the mountains pretty soon in the snow, which is another thing that I wanted to point out, is that I had also considered converting this into a 4x4. You know, the 4x4 components can be used from the truck version of Ford, which is this is a E350. So you know, the 4x4 components can be borrowed from a F350 or F250, and that's one thing that I considered. You know, it's converting this into a 4x4. It's that in itself, will take a long time. You know, I would have to most likely manufacture my own brackets. I think they sell the kits for it, so I don't know. So that's something that I'm actually considering. I'm gonna potentially convert this into a 4x4, because like I said, I do go up to the snow a lot, not necessarily for off-roading. I probably will end up using the same style tires, or you know, maybe some more rugged looking tires, but same size tires I probably won't do it. But I got a lot of plans for these. Every time I think about this this truck, you know, I always have different ideas for it. So the problem I have is I'm just always pressed with time. So, but yeah, guys, hey, thanks for hanging in there. You know, all of you guys that are still with me, thank you so much for your support, all the comments. New subscribers, thanks for joining in. I have not forgotten about you guys. I got to figure out what I'm going to do about, you know, just working here, man. There's just, like I said, there's just so many flies. Right now, I guess since the sun is high up, but once that sun kind of tips at a certain level, man, this place is just swarming with flies. It's crazy. And literally, if I open my door, you know, I'm taking these flies all the way home, and I'm like, you know, trying to drive with flies in my car. So I gotta either figure out what to do about these flies. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll bring one of those you know, those fly traps and just hang them everywhere and see if I can get you know, control the fly problem here. I don't know, if not, I might have to just find another place to work on the box truck. Although I do love it here in the farm, you know, it's awesome, it's great. I don't know what to do. I might just, like I said, I might wait till it gets a little bit colder, see if just all the flies just die out in the cold, or you know, I might just, you know, like I said, bring a bunch of those fly traps and just hang them everywhere and see if I can, you know, control a little bit of those flies.